Hi again. I'm here today to talk to you about risk-taking, particularly in terms of the teaching profession, of which I was a part for about 17 years, and I still feel very closely connected to that profession as I spend a lot of time in schools. Anyway, the simple message for me that I want you to get today, or to think about at least, is that teaching is a risk. The most amazing, beautiful risk you could ever wish to think of. Because the risk is, by engaging with youth, we produce stars. Whether in primary school or secondary school, your skill of helping them to get excited about knowledge, about getting excited to learn and develop, could turn them into just amazing people. All those people you admire out there who are achieving and hugely successful in their particular field, it didn't come from nowhere. Someone took a risk on them in grade 3. Someone took a risk on them in grade 7, in grade 9, in grade 12. You are every day as educators taking risks. But let's break this down a little bit more, because you might be thinking, I don't get this. Anyway, every time you walk into class, you're taking a risk that actually you're going to bore these kids rigid. But equally the risk is that you will excite them beyond measure and they just can't wait for the next lesson and they want you to come back and they don't want the lesson to end. The risk of going to school also is that you might be in conflict with teachers. But the risk also is that you build this amazing team. Every day you're taking risks with your colleagues and with your students. You're taking risks by bringing new ideas to the classroom, or something you've read up, or a TED talk you listened to, or a book you've read, and you want to share that with your class, and you just don't know whether they're going to grasp it. So the risk is you might fail every single day when you go to teach your students. It's the most fantastic risk, because the payoff, if it works, is that you grow young people every day. Now, who wouldn't want a job like that? I mean, I'm super envious. I often miss the classroom a great deal. I don't miss some parts of it, but I really miss that part of getting people excited by taking risks with trying a different way of teaching, or trying a new knowledge, or experimenting with this or that. That is the excitement of teaching. Not doing the same old every day. Not just doing the tried and tested, but forever saying, let me talk to a kid in another way. It's a risk every day that you listen to them, because they might come back to you with amazing ideas and amazing opinions and amazing possible solutions to a problem. So, in taking risks, there's a part of every teacher that has to let go. Has to let go of control, has to let go of being right, has to let go of being in charge, so that youth can step up and step forward into the light. Yeah, it's a risk. It's a risk they might not do it. Okay? There's a risk students might laugh at you even by the things you try. But let's do it. Let's really take the risk on ourselves, on students, and believe that in doing so, we're going to have fantastic results, and students are going to remember you for the rest of their lives. Because, to be honest, they might remember some of the knowledge, but more than anything, they will remember you, because you took a risk on them. You dared to listen to them, you dared to talk to them, you dared to congratulate them, you dared to understand them and see them. It might sound crazy, but that is a risk. Because for some of us, we also need to be seen. And if we spend a lot of time seeing children, sometimes we may feel, are we being noticed enough? It's okay. They'll remember you. They'll remember you for a very long time. So, when you next go back into class, think, what risk could I take today? What could I dare to do that I haven't done for a very long time? To keep myself really excited. It's just up to you, isn't it, really? Cheers.